I am John T. Duren Jr., known as Bebe Duren from around the way. I've been in DC all my life, and now I'm 66 years old. You know, I grew up in the projects. It's low income, and I saw people lose their mind. But most people are just working hard, just want to, live a good life. Most of us always stuck together. That was like my best years and my best friends, because nobody had anything. We didn't know we was poor. And if somebody didn't have anything, we all shared whatever it might be. You know what I mean? I remember guys, if I didn't have any pies and cake that day, because I ain't have 15 cents to get it, they would chip in 2 cents here, 3 cents, and get it for me. And we shared clothes. They'd be like, yo, I got a friend I'm gonna take to the movies. Can I use that jacket? I'm like, yeah, use the jacket, but clean it before you bring it back. Things like that. It was just, in other words, I would do it again. No. I heard a piece, but not Ways and Peace. No, I haven't heard that. I heard a lot of stuff, but I haven't heard that. That's a new one. But for me and a lot of my friends, all us play sports. And I think sports have you with the mindset of teamwork. Everybody depending on everybody. So you get to work with others, you get to care for others, you get to understand the highs and the lows. It was like the whole world opened up to you. For me, that was therapy and inner peace. Basketball always been something for me to block out what I was going through as a child or whatever, dealing with the neighborhood, sometimes crime and murder, people being unhappy, people losing their mind and things like that. And a lot of times I was out there by myself. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 in the morning. And I don't know why my parents was letting me out that late. I have to talk to them when I get to heaven. Why was y'all letting me out there so late? Why was I out on the basketball court at 3 o'clock at night? I could always go on a basketball court myself and dream. You go through, all right, 5, 4, 3, 2, John shoots it. Yay, the crowd runs, and you running and this and that and that. I was just in heaven. It was like a relationship, just me and that ball. It's just something I could always find peace with the basketball. It just feels like nothing in the world can touch you. Y'all can do or say whatever you want to do or say. It won't affect me. Y'all got to do better than that to get under my skin. It's at peace. You can have your worst day, and sometime you go on the basketball court, and I don't know, I ain't no super religious person, but for that night and that night only, when everything is on your mind and this and that night, for some reason, seems like you never miss a shot. There got to be a God. It has to be. And now, whatever's troubling you is not troubling you no more, because now you concerned, oh man, now you happy. I remember playing in the NBA, and I think the first game we lost, I'm sitting in the locker room with my head down like, oh man, we lost this game. So one of the veterans, Ron Boone, comes over and says, you all right? I said, yeah, man, we lost that game. He said, we got 82 more games to go. You think you can make it? I said, right. He said, you can't get down. You got to be able to bounce back. You have to be the type of person who make a mistake, right? And be able to bounce back, who falls down and bounce back. I had a knee operation. I blew my knee out. And I think the injury saved me because it slowed me all the way down. I was able to still play 3 years, 4 years. In your mind, you saying still how lucky you are. I'm rolling now. I came back from the dead, baby. They can't stop. You can't stop a champ. A champ gonna be a champ. Ride bikes, I do everything now. I'm gonna start swimming again. Cause I can do backstroke. You turn your head like that. Man, this arm ain't working. I have to fix it. No. I tell everybody they got a good song I like. Put that pride to the side. You gotta put that pride to the side. You know what I mean? Especially in life, sometimes you gotta put that pride to the side. That's when the inner peace have to come and say, look, what it is, what it is. Okay, what it is, it's a beautiful thing. And that's how life is. I believe playing ball and being able to travel the world, have seen all different cultures and everything, travel the world, have allowed me to program in my head where I can go peaceful somewhere. But it's all here, being able to program everything that's going on and come to peace with yourself. And then you can forgive other people. And then once you can understand yourself, then you can come to peace with yourself and then peace with other people. And the rules I have learned on the basketball court is the rules I take to life. You know, I take them rules to life, and that's how I feel.